Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the class. Yes, back with another DILR set to do. This is me. My name is Sunit. I am an alumni of IT Delhi and I'm Calcutta. Have been teaching since the last 5.5 years since I've graduated from IIM Calcutta. And yes, I've scored a few hundred percentiles in CAT, in quants as well as in DILR, which are my subject that I teach on Unacademy Plus. These are some of the subscriptions that you can have on Unacademy. You can have the Plus subscription and you can have the Iconic subscription as well. Right? So the Plus subscription gives you access to all the courses and batches happening, and the Iconic subscription gives you access to a personal mentor along with everything that the Plus subscription gives to you. The personal mentor is a graduate from one of the top B schools of the country, so I think this will add a lot of value to your preparation. So do consider this. There is a link at the bottom of your screen which will take you directly to the subscription page, and the code which will also give you a 10% discount will be pre-filled, which is Sunit Life. It will give you a 10% off, and there's an offer: buy 6 months get 1 month free. Right, so do join in. Let's come to the set that we have to solve for today now. Satish, good morning, nice to see you as always. Yes, whoever is there on the video live, you may put in a hi on the chat, and people who are watching this as a recording, do put in a comment here or there. It is generally, it feels good, to see that people are following these sessions, because I'm putting in a lot of efforts in these sessions, so hopefully it is helping you guys as well. Right, so let's get to the session for today. As we had seen yesterday, the session was a games and tournament session. We had to do 9 to 12 in this second LRDI test on the Unacademy platform. So yeah, this was the session. People who haven't yet solved, Rohit, hi, welcome. Shubhangini, good morning. People who haven't solved it yet, I think the best thing to do would be to pause over here and try to solve this question, okay? And then every question just pause and try to solve and see my solution. People who have solved in, please do follow this till the end. Right, so let's start. I'll open a Paint document as I always do for my rough working. Yeah. Okay, the following table represents the points in the FIFA Premier League, which is played on a double round robin basis. The points given below are after the clubs played around 30 games. Okay. Note, on only the top 5 clubs among the 20 participants are shown in the table of points given. Win is 3 points, draw is 1 point, loss is 0 points. In a double round robin tournament, every team plays exactly 2 games with every other team, which basically means if there are 20 participants, there are 19 other teams, so basically 38 games to be played. Hi Harshit, good morning, nice to see you. Okay. What are the maximum points ASS can end up with? Now ASS has 74 points in 32 games, so another 6 games to go. Every game they can win, so they can have 18 more points over the 74 that they have, so they can end up with a maximum of 92 points. Great, easy question to start off with. We get this right. As long as you can figure out there are 38 games in total that all these teams will play, right? Because 19 other teams twice against each, so totally 38. If the remaining matches ASS had at least 3 wins and at least 2 draws, MSS should win at least how many of the remaining games to guarantee itself at least the second place? Okay. MSS second place. Right. Let's see. So ASS has at least 3 wins and at least 2 draws. Okay. At least 3 wins, matlab 74 plus 9, 2 draws. So at least 85 points is what ASS will have. Okay. There's only 5 games that we have counted for और गारंटी करना है. So we'll take the worst case scenario कि यार ठीक है आखिरी गेम में भी 3 पॉइंट आएंगे तो 88 तो हो जाएगा. ठीक है. MSS should win at least how many of the remaining games to guarantee itself at least the second place. They have to go beyond 88 points to guarantee the second place. MSS is at 74 and they have played 31 games. Okay, which means they need another 15 points in 7 games. So what they can do is they can have 4 matches where they win and 3 matches where they draw, and they'll have 15 points. Right, so I think they will have to win at least 4 matches. Less than 4 will not get them these 15 points that they require. So yeah, I think I will go with 4 wins. They will have to win at least how many games? Yeah, at least 4 games jeet ke bhi they can guarantee themselves at least the second spot. Wow, so many at least over here, na? Very very complexly framed question. And if in the remaining matches ASS had at least 3 wins, at least 2 draws, MSS should win at least how many of the remaining games to guarantee itself at least the second spot? Yeah, I think second spot will be guaranteed with 89 points. Now over there, at least how many games are required to be won? I would say 4. Right, so I would go with 4. I am decently confident about my answer. Let's move ahead to the next question. A minimum of how many more points should CSS score in the remaining matches to guarantee itself the topmost position? A minimum of how many points should they score? Okay, let's delete everything and clear up our rough working. So if I see carefully, actually MSS has the higher chance to have more points than ASS because both same points, MSS 1 game less. So MSS can go from 74, sorry, into plus karna chahiye, to 95, right? So for CSS to make sure that they are winning the tournament, they need at least 8 more points. Wow, and that is the minimum possible option as well. Wow. Yeah, so a minimum of 8 points I think should get them over there. एक बार मैं पहला सवाल देख लूँ. हाँ, ASS का ही पूछा था. Cool है. Of the top 5 teams, if each team had to play the other 4 teams once more before the season is over, and in the remaining matches between these teams, NSS wins 4, LSS wins 3, MSS wins 2, ASS drew with CSS. Okay, which team finished 4th at the end of the season, assuming none of the other teams can catch up with these 5? Okay, which team ended up 4th? Data inadequate is also an option, which is good to know. Okay, let's see. If out of the top team, each team had to play the other 4 teams once before the season is over, and in the remaining matches NSS wins 4. So NSS becomes 36 matches, 4 matlab 74 points, ठीक है. LSS becomes 35 matches, LSS wins 3, so 3 matlab 9 points, so 75. MSS wins 2, so out of 35 add another 6 points, they become 80. Okay, so they won against everyone, LSS won against everyone, MSS won against everyone. ASS and CSS drew, so ASS in 36 matches becomes 75 points, CSS in 36 matches becomes 89 points. Okay, which team finished 4th at the end of the season, assume none of the other teams can catch up with these 5. Now what does this mean, catch up? Catch up मतलब उनके उतने points नहीं है, but can they beat them? Yes, they can beat them. So I can't really say in the remaining matches what happens, that who finishes 4th, right? I think CSS is clear. MSS, even if they end with 80 points, can also finish 4th, right? So all of these could actually finish 4th. So you can't say data, I think, is inadequate, right? So what I saw first, I think, is what I would go with as well over here. Right, let's save today. Yesterday we forgot to save the last answer, so let's save. We did the set in less than 8 minutes, which is pretty good. Let's see the solutions now. Hopefully we've got everything right. Okay, let's see question number 9, 10, 11. Yep, 9 is right. 10 is right, 11 is right, 12 is also right. Perfect. Cool. Do we need to see the solutions? एक बार देख लेते हैं. What are the maximum points CSS can score? I think this was the easiest question to start off with. Yeah, 6 into 3, 18. And then again over here, this was a more difficult question to interpret क्योंकि at least बहुत सारे थे. Yeah, has to win at least 15 points. The minimum number of wins required is 4 to get the 15 points. Perfect. A minimum of how many more points should CSS score and remaining to guarantee itself the topmost spot? So yeah, MSS से compare किया, perfect. 95 से ऊपर 96 points. And finally, yes, I think over here the remaining matches for these teams are not known, so we can't determine who finished third. Right? So we could have probably, marked this faster. If I had less time in the test, I would have, just quickly marked data inadequate and marked the answer. Right, so these were the 4 questions. This was the set for today. Let's just see the other slides, and if you have any questions, please do ask in the chat section. So yes, there's a scholarship test happening every Sunday on Unacademy on the application at 12 noon. Right, there are lots of scholarships to be won basis of your rank in the test. If you're among the top 200 ranks, you get certain discounts for your plus subscriptions. You need to use the code Suneet Life to enter into the test, right? So you need a code to enroll the test, and Suneet Life will help. Ask a doubt feature is there on Unacademy for all plus and non-plus subscribed students. You have to just click a photograph of your doubt, send it across. Within 24 hours, you get a video solution from our end. Hi Isha, good morning. Right. If any doubts, please do put into the chat section, guys, basis of what we did today. Because this is all I had. I'll just quickly show you guys the set for tomorrow. In terms of this set in the exam, I think if you are confident about games and tournaments, about round robin tournaments, I think again a solvable set in the exam. Probably I might not start with it, but yes, during the middle of the exam I would want to solve that set. Right, so this is the set for tomorrow. Seems like a data caselet. Okay. This is your first question. This is your second question. Showing this for people who don't have access. Please do solve it today itself. Just pause the video and you can solve all these questions. Right. I'm showing you all the 4 questions with their options. So this is it. Right. Sir, any advice for a 11th class student who is aspiring to crack CAT? Isha, CAT related तो इतना ज़्यादा मैं आपको कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा. आप अपने academics पे ध्यान दीजिए. Your 12th standard marks will come in handy during admission. So make sure that you're scoring as well as possible if you're looking to get into one of the topmost B schools of the country. Along with that, Isha, one more thing that आप अपना graduation subject वगैरह भी जो लो. If you're really keen on doing MBA, you could probably go for a business related stream like a BBA or a BCom, right? That is something which I can advise you, and over there also please perform well because all these marks will come in very handy. When it comes to preparing for CAT, it just takes 7 to 8 months to prepare for CAT. ऐसे तो 3 महीने में भी हो जाता है, but हाँ, good time to start is 7-8 months in advance. And yeah, 2 things which really help in CAT is reading skills. So you should try to take up reading as a hobby. It is definitely going to help you. And calculation skills. So you should also work on your calculations, puzzle solving. आप सुडोकू कागुरो सॉल्व कीजिए. जो न्यूज़पेपर में जापानीज पजल्स आते हैं वो सब आप सॉल्व करो. They will automatically help you. ठीक है ईशा? चलिए. So this is all I had, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and as always, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.